Yes. Yep.
Hello? Oh. So my question is addressed to Councillor Intemann. In my hand here, I actually have the IPART report on the Fit for the Future last year. And actually here it says, the Council's forecast financial position relies in part on the successful application for and adoption of a special variation from 2017 to 18 of 52.4% cumulative over 5 years, and that's 38.6% above the rate peg. Okay, so you're hearing, this is in the report, so Councillor Intemann, how can you deny a proposal of a 52.4% rate rise, which is 38% above the rate peg? How can you do that? It's here in writing, the IPART report, your submission.
Very easy to have that in writing. What you have in writing is a submission from Council to the New South Wales Government in response to certain criteria that they asked Council to respond to. We responded to that criteria. It has very little to do with reality. It was a model that the state government, it's all very well for you to shake your head, you actually don't understand the situation. The state government sent out questions to all councils around the state to respond to those questions as to a hypothetical model. We responded to that hypothetical model, and part of our response was, this does not bind any future council. Now, I've had questions since then asking me how that, does this mean that council necessarily, if it doesn't increase rates, will it then go into debt? The answer, of course, is no, because what we were responding to was a hypothetical set of questions.
So
Council has to, Council cannot raise its rates without actually having a decision on raising those rates. There are many options, and I'd appreciate a little bit of latitude with time here. First off, the hypothetical set of questions have got many questions associated with them, coming from councils and IPART. They are not necessarily a legitimate model. There is a lot of concern about it. So that's number one. The model is not necessarily valid. Number two, council can reduce, if it wishes to avoid rate rises that you're talking about, reduce its services and or make efficiency gains. It can secure money from other places and sell assets. There is also another alternative that's been put on the table just in the last 10 days from IPART, talking about how to change how rates are set. That's not an increase. Is how rates are set. And lastly, and most importantly, which you and the other people who are talking about this 52.4% rate rise do not acknowledge, and that is council has already made significant efficiency gains during the last 2 years. The 52.4% is hypothetical, it has nothing to do with reality, and you are just putting fear into people for no good reason.
Next question.
Hello.
Yes.
My name is John Lusk. I'm a retired scientist, and I'm also president of Citizens Against Fluoridation Incorporated locally. Now, I would like to ask each and every one of the councillors what their attitude is to fluoridation. That's impossible, but maybe we could be a little bit creative here and perhaps get a show of hands for those who will continue with the important work that this outgoing council is doing, and that is they've been engaging the NHMRC federally and also state government as to, and they have asked them to give evidence, show evidence why fluoride is safe in our water. I would like one of the councillors or a couple of them to respond to this, please. We need this momentum to go ahead.
Would you please
hopefully to get rid of the water.
Now give us a chance to answer it.
time's up.
So did you want a show of hands?
I'd be very happy with a show of hands. Those,
Would one of the councillors please answer the question?
Can I speak on that?
So the councillor, John, sorry John, you want?
Councillor Intemann maybe, perhaps.
John, as I understand it, you are asking for us to give an assurance that we will continue with our questions to NHMRC and our New South Wales Health and relevant authorities to get them to produce the evidence on which they base their fluoridation claims. Is that correct?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, happy to support that.
Can I just say as well, I actually support fluoride in the water. I accept that, I support it. I made that clear 4 years ago. But I am open to the process that Councillor Intemann started in going to the Health Department and making them give us more evidence as to why it actually works and why it's beneficial.
Or doesn't. Or doesn't.